What's up everybody, welcome to the video. My name is Keith. Today's video, we're going to be putting together this Bambu A1 3D printer. So if you've got your 3D printer, you'll notice it comes in parts. So we're going to show you all the steps that are needed to fit this together. So we'll head over and we'll get that done. So first thing we have to do is remove packaging from the device. So up first is these two plastic things. So this is basically stopping the access from moving around during transit. So you just take your Allen key and undo the 4 screws. Oh. So there we go, that's the 4 screws removed. And then you just remove these plastic things, stoppers or whatever they call them. They are a bit tight to get off, so I was having a bit of struggle with this one, but it's easier just to push it towards the middle and then you can take it off like that. So that's that top one done for the mount, so we've got them off. And then up next we have the base here. So first we tackle the zip ties. So you can use some scissors or special pliers like these sharp ones. So that's the zip ties off, so you can just take them out. Then next you have all these polystyrene bits, so just take these off too. So then that is the base all done and all packaging is off. Then back to the frame itself, which has got some cardboard on and some zip ties. So again, we're just going to snip those off. So you have 2 on the main, which is holding the wire here, and also 1 at the side here. So here, so we'll just get that and clip that. Take that cardboard off with that zip tie. You have this cardboard here to take off, and then we're all package free. So we can get these connected up together. So up next is the build plate. So you want to attach that on, just like so. And you need to ensure that the top bit here is in the right spot, and this long bit, this is next to the screen. So when you flip the screen out, this longer bit that sticks out, that should be over that side. So we'll just remove the base. We get the housing, so that goes there. So what we need to do is this tape on the bottom here. If we just undo that. And that's our cables and connectors. So we'll just move this over to the side for the moment. So what we need to do now is take the base and we need to put this inside of here. Now as you can see, this doesn't fit, so you have to tip it up, just slide it in, and then that should go in there like so. You just have to move it over slightly just so it fits in the gaps here for the base, and also this little metal bit at the back which was there. So that's connected in. So the next thing we need to do is turn the printer around. Well, I'll turn mine to the side so it fits on the table. The build plate, you need to push it all the way to the forward to where the screen is, and we need to get in the back here where this Y plate or Y access cover is. So we need to get in there. So you clip it up so it'll come up, and then you should be able to pull nice and slowly, and then you can pull that out, and then that is the cover for the Y. So the next thing we need to do is find this bag, which has got the ST3-23. These are the screws, and what we need to do is install those screws into the system where it's got the green rings. So there we go, those are the screws that we need. And that is those ones there, if it'll focus on it. Quite long, with sort of naked bit there and then the thread on the end. And for these, you just use the Allen key which you use to take the black bits off the Z-axis, the black plastic bits. So again, where the green circles are, I don't know if you can see that one on camera, but there's one there, one there, one there, one there, then loads on the y-axis. So we'll get those screwed in. For this here with the screws, this is just to lock the actual base onto the system itself so that it doesn't move. So that's why there's so many screws for it. So we have those two on the outer edges done. Next we have another two further in. So it's these ones here, so we'll do them. So that's one of them done, and on to the next one. There we go, that is that one done. Then we have, on the rail itself, we have two near the back, another two next to it, and the two in the middle. And you have to move the base plate, and there's another two at this end here. So, just here with the green. So I will do these two first, and I can move the build plate, and then get into the others. So that's one in, onto the next one. That's that one done. So we'll move the build plate back, and then we can get into these other 6. Next screw in here. The other one done. Then we just have these 4 that are close to each other. And now the last one. Get that screwed in. There we go, and one spare screw. So we'll put that off to the side just in case we need it later on, and we'll have that as a spare just in case we need it. Okay, now we have the base all secured on. What we need to do is the heat bed, push it all the way to the forward so we can get the Y cover back on. So again, that just goes underneath. That will just slide in. And that will just connect in and push back down, and there's the cover back on for the Y. So next thing we need to do, we need to get underneath the printer. So what we're going to have to do is lie this on a table. So just like so. And you have to be careful because the build plate will slide down because it's on the connection like that. So now we have the printer on the side of the table, and we're going to plug stuff in. So first things first, we need this dangling bit, which has got the USB-C cable in the middle and 2 clips either side. So underneath here, we have a little USB-C cable hole. So this is where the cable needs to go in. So basically, you're gonna put this box in here, and you'll be able to slide that up till that cable gets plugged in. So just be careful with it, keep this flush to the base, like so. And then there's this little holding screw here, so we'll take our little Allen key and just screw that in just to keep that in place. And just like so, that's tightly in place. Now on this connector, you may have noticed we have this cable, there's also one here. So this has colours on for where they need to go in the plugs. So this one here is for the camera. So I'm gonna put that in. So there's the camera installed. So we'll just sort of put that cable there just so it's not sticking out. Next one is the green one for the X motor. So then that one will get pushed in like that, and that's all connected. And lastly, you have this cable down here. It's got the tape on it. So you just need to take this tape off. Get that rest of the tape off so it doesn't leave any sticky residue. And you have this other cable here. So you have a little hole slot for this cable. So that needs to get pushed in there like so. So just push it in just so the bottom is going to be flush and it's not going to wobble on. Then on here, you'll notice there's a little door. So you open that door, the cable will get put through. Then you can actually close that door. So that makes that flush now. And the cable's there. And then all you have to do is plug that in for the Z motor. So that's the yellow one. And again, I'll just move that cable just so it's like that. I'll make it a bit more tighter. So then the cables will be flat against the bottom, so they're not going to stick out. So once we're done with that, we can stand the printer back up. So there we go, there's the printer back up. Fold out the screen, so you can actually see what's on the screen. The next thing we have to do is this purge wiper. So this is going to get connected onto the printer itself. So on this side here, you'll see there's a little clip. So then all you have to do is just slide this in, slides in from the back, that goes in there. To secure it, then in your accessories bag, you should have this little thing here. And this is the M312 for Purge. So we're just going to open this up. And again, this is just a tiny little screw that needs to be screwed in underneath just to help secure that. So that goes in under here. So on the Purge wiper, as you can see, there's a little hole that's on the inside. So see when that goes in there, that hole's probably about middle. So you just get a feeling for it, see where it is. Then that goes in there and then you can screw it in. And then just ensure that it's in tightly so that it's not going to come out anywhere. There we go, and that's for the Purge. The next thing to do would be to install this thing for a single roll if you had just a single roll. So the thing just clips out, then it goes on here. So basically all you do is take this, you unclip it, then you put it on, put the front on first, then put it over the back, and then you can clip that on and that secures it. But as I'm connecting a AMS Lite to it, I don't need this. So then all you have left to do is to take the PTFE tube and you put it in here and connect it up onto the filament holder, so you can feed the filament into the PTFE tube, it goes in there. But like I said, I'm using the AMS, so I won't be showing that bit, but really easy to do. So that is basically it. That's your printer all set up. You just have to plug it in, set the firmware update away, and then you're up to date and you can start printing. So there's other bits and bobs as well. So the cable organizer, so you use that for when you have your PTFE tube, so it connects to this cable, so you have them both together just to avoid them getting stretched and stuck and stuff like that. And the same with the AMS, there's enough slots on there to fit all of the PTFE tubes on there, so that's really handy. But yeah, I hope you found that video useful in setting up this Bambu A1 printer. It is a bit harder to set up than the A1 Mini, but anyone can do it. Easy to follow along instructions. If you can screw some screws in, that's basically all you need to do. So yeah, that's that all set up. So in the future I'll be doing a lot more videos on the A1 and the A1 Mini, but this is the A1 all done. Really looking forward to getting this done so I can get some bigger prints and just have a mess around with it really. So yeah, like I said, if it helped you with the video, please let me know in the comments below. And if there's anything else that you're stuck on, let me know as well. I can do that in a separate video. But until next time, see ya.